Gemini, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be, why did your connection come to an end? So you guys, I hope you don't mind that I switched up the lighting. I hope you guys can see clearly. I'm using natural lighting with candles because the ambiance is just, it's here, you guys. It's here. So I'm with it. But comment in the comments, comment below if you would rather me use like actual lighting or if you're okay with the natural light. Let me know how you guys feel about this. I feel like it adds a little bit of serenity, but I also want you guys to be able to see what's going on. So let me know how it works for you. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. Why did your connection end, Gemini? What needs to be heard, what needs to be said, what needs to be honored? Thank you so much, Spirit. Why did the connection come to an end for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. So you guys, we're first going to start off by pulling some energies to see what was the overall theme in the connection. What was the overall energy of the connection for Gemini and their person? What was the overall energy? So chemistry. So you guys, Libra got the same energy. You could have been connected with a Libra. It doesn't have to be, but it says there's a strong magnetic attraction here. So Gemini, what I'm getting is that you were really magnetized towards this person and vice versa. They were really drawn to you as well. There was a lot of chemistry, a lot of passion, a lot of good energy going on in this connection. At the back, we have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So Gemini, what I'm getting is that whatever this connection was, it felt really real. It felt really raw, really organic, really authentic, right? It felt divine for some of you, right? Like it felt like one of those connections that you kind of didn't understand what it was about this person, what it was about their energy, or what it was about their personality, right? But you were really just drawn to them. It was just something about them that you really just couldn't let it go. It was what it was. So we're gonna keep going and we're gonna see what comes out. I'm trying to debate if I should close the window, you guys, because we got helicopters flying by and I feel like it's a little noisy, but I do like the fresh air, so we might leave it for now. It's all good. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. What needs to be heard, what needs to be said, what needs to be honored, Spirit. Thank you. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. What needs to be heard, what needs to be said, what needs to be honored. Ooh. If I could get these cards to shuffle. Let's do it again. One more. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. What needs to be heard, what needs to be said, what needs to be honored. Okay. Gemini, let's see what was going on. Why did your connection end? The dragonfly. So you found out some things, Gemini. Some things came to light in this connection. It could have been about what this person was doing, seduction, third-party interference. So this person may have stepped out on you in this connection or may have had other energies involved. Let's see what's going on with Gemini's connection. Why did Gemini's connection come to an end? Spirit, thank you so much. What needs to be heard, what needs to be said, what needs to be honored. We have sunglasses, an engagement ring. Let's see. The butterfly. All right, you guys. So what I'm getting overall before we even go into what these cards say, I feel like Gemini, it may have been a situation where you may have watched as someone kind of, you know, stepped out of the relationship or added other energies into the relationship. And then maybe they tried to come back and work things out with you. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Like you may have realized something. They may have found out that you knew about it. You may have like addressed it or approached them about it. And then I feel with this engagement ring being the last card, they may have realized like, okay, well, Gemini, you are the one that I want to be with now. You know, that kind of vibe, right? I'm not sure how you responded to it, Gemini. Clearly, we're talking about why did this connection end? So I'm assuming that you may not have been, you know, maybe responded well, or this could have been a cycle that you guys were in before one of you decided to finally just say enough was enough, which I assume would be you, Gemini. But take it as it resonates, you guys. So at the back, as the overall energy, we have relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child, and growth. So Gemini, what I could see here was that this relationship was really, it came to help you grow. It came to help you become more of an evolved person. It came to help you, you know, grow as not only as a human being, right? And your spiritual, oh my God, not only in your human side, but as a spiritual being as well. You have evolved both physically and spiritually. And so I feel like overall this connection, it had to end because once you learned the lessons, right? Once you mastered whatever it was that you needed for yourself, the growth, the liberation, whatever may have you, it's like, okay, the universe said, well, you don't need this situation anymore because what we needed you to get from the situation, you already got that, right? And for you, Gemini, I really feel like it was a lot of like self-worth and growth kind of like energy, if that makes sense. So the first card out is be lighthearted, finding out things coming to light, adapt, change, heal with the dragonfly. And so this tells me again, like you may have discovered something was going on in this connection on the part of your person. And Gemini, also take this as it resonates. You could be the person who maybe stepped out on this person and they found out. They could have broken things off with you as well. But I'm feeling like for you guys that's tapping in with this energy, this is about the other person and what you found out, what came to light on behalf of them, what they were doing. And so seduction reads attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. So you may have found that this person was flirting with other people. They were attracted to other people, maybe even dating, hooking up with other people, or just straight up like another like relationship on the side, whatever may have you. But there was always like another energy is what I'm getting, Gemini, involved in the situation. So with sunglasses, we have watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. This person could have gaslit you, Gemini, when you maybe approached them about the situation, or you confronted them. They could have told you that you were crazy, you were making things up in your head. It was because you're insecure, right? It's not really about what they're doing. It's about what you are suffering through, your own personal problems, and you're projecting. But Gemini, I feel like what you were on to, what you picked up on, it was spot on, right? Like you weren't making things up. You weren't being delusional. This person kind of just didn't really want to get caught up in whatever mess they created for themselves within this connection. And so once they realized, Gemini, that they couldn't really pull the wool over your eyes, I feel like because Gemini, you're an air sign and you pay attention. You're ruled by Mercury. You're super smart. So there's not really much somebody can tell you when you sense something or when logic is telling you that there's something happening. And so this person may have tried to convince you that you were crazy. You may have fell for the okie doke, initially, like in the beginning. And then after a while you said, no, like I know what I know, I trust what I feel, and something's not right. So you may have broken things off with this person, and then they may have tried to return back, with empty promises is what I just heard with this engagement ring, right? Because an engagement ring is like this promise to be committed, to be married, right? Or to take the relationship to a more serious level. And they may have, I just heard fed you lies. For some of you, they were serious about this. But I'm also getting this vibe, Gemini, that they couldn't be as serious as maybe you thought they were. Because it's like they meant it maybe in the moment. So it's not that they were lying. They did really mean that they were sorry maybe in the moment, or that they really want to work on things. They really want to take things seriously. But then it's like this cycle, I feel, for some of you guys, where maybe they got comfortable and then this repeated again. Now, Gemini, especially with engagement ring, a ring is a circle. That gives me the indication that this was a cycle that was playing out for you guys, right? Like, a lot of you went through this time and time again with the same person, or maybe with different energies, but I feel for a lot of you tuning in, this was with the same person. And at some point, the cycle had to end, and you got to this point in your growth for your personal development, right? Your spiritual growth. And you said, you know what? I know what I deserve. And you had to put your foot down. And that's kind of how that went. So let's see. We're going to get some tarot on the matter, and we're going to keep it going. So for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, Spirit, what needs to be heard, what needs to be said, what needs to be honored. Thank you so much. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, what needs to be heard, what needs to be said, what needs to be honored. Gemini, what needs to be heard, what needs to be said, what needs to be honored. Okay. Ooh. First card out, the Queen of Pentacles. I like that, Gemini. Taurus energy. Ooh. No, not Taurus energy. I'm sorry, you guys. Capricorn energy. Seven of Swords. Yeah, because this person clearly didn't know who they were dealing with, Gemini. Like, first of all, before we even pull any more cards, Gemini, not to gas you up, but I feel like you were everything to this person. You provided for them financially. You nurtured them. You cared for this connection. You did what you could to make sure things were stable and solid. And this person may have, again, like with the Seven of Swords, that's deceit, that's trickery, right? That's doing like backstabbing and sabotaging kind of behaviors. I feel like this is what you dealt with when you were only trying to be good to this person. And again, this doesn't make this person a bad person, Gemini. We don't judge on this channel, right? But actions are actions, and they do have consequences. I feel like this person's actions led you to really view them in a more like negative light, and you really just didn't resonate with what they were doing. So at some point you had to say enough was enough. As one of my favorite readers say, what's the saying she uses? Enough is enough, and too much is good for nothing, or something like that. I thought that was so fire. I was like, because it makes sense, like enough is enough and too much is good for nothing. So I feel like you guys really had enough of whatever this situation was, and It just got overbearing for you. Yeah, some of you guys may have communicated to this person, and this is what I'm seeing with the Eight of Wands. Let's just pull some more cards, you guys, and then we're going to go over this. So the Ace of Swords. Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. Look at that. Ace of Swords in reverse, you guys. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, this person, they tried it. And look at that. Oh, my gosh, Gemini. I feel like they tried to play on your emotions. And I'll tell you why I say that. Ugh, can I get these cards in like a proper order, please? All right, so we got this one. Heard you, Gemini. Heard you. As the back of the deck energy, the world. So this was a cycle, I told you, that came to an end. This connection had to end, Gemini, and I feel like you took matters into your own hands, and I will tell you exactly why I feel this way as I organize these cards. You guys know I'm a Virgo and I can't help it. It's my nature. They got to be correct. I mean, they're not perfect, but they're good enough. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So Gemini, you guys had a cycle that you were going through. The world, it literally stands for a cycle, some type of chapter that is finally closing so a new beginning can be initiated for you guys. I feel like you were in a very long cycle with this person, and the whole purpose of the cycle was to teach you something, right? Like, this is ruled by Saturn, the world card. And Saturn is all about karma. It's all about discipline and learning lessons, like things that are critical for your growth as a, you know, as a person, as a spirit. But it's also, it's not always the easiest lessons to endure or to learn. And I feel like, Gemini, you didn't have the best time in this connection. There were good times. You were really attracted to this person, but there were also a lot of negative times. Also, I'm hearing the word toxic. So you may have felt that there was a lot of toxicity going on. And I do feel like, Gemini, you called this person out on their crap. Like Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. You saw what this person was doing. Look, you're looking right at this person, and this person's looking over their shoulder like, is she watching? Is she watching? You may be a man or a woman watching, taking as it resonates, right? But are they watching? Are they watching? And you were watching, Gemini. You saw what was going on, and you may have spoken up about this. You may have communicated about this. And this is a card of fast-moving energy. So it could have been a situation where the minute that you realized something was going on or something didn't feel right, you may have spoken up about it. And with the Ace of Swords coming in reverse, I feel like this person tried to convince you that what you were feeling, what was being divinely gifted to you, the information, the knowledge, the wisdom that was coming straight from source, they try to convince you that, you know, you shouldn't believe that, you shouldn't listen to yourself, right? You were delusional. You were making things up. You weren't thinking things that were true. You weren't in alignment with the truth, when in actuality you were. I feel like they tried to play on the fact that maybe you've been in this connection with them for a long time, right? This was like a really intimate soulmate feeling, like vibe in this connection. So they may have played on the fact that they knew how you felt about them. But Gemini, again, you said enough was enough. And you said to hell with this burden. 10 of Wands, you dropped that weight. You dropped that weight, period. And you said, I'm walking away from this because it doesn't serve me. 8 of Cups. Enough was enough, Gemini. And so I feel like for you guys, this had to end because, first of all, it only came to teach you what you deserve, what you're worth, right? You had to gain that lesson because, Gemini, prior to this connection, you didn't really have enough value for yourself according to spirit, right? You didn't really understand what your worth was absolutely when it comes to love, when it comes to romance, when it comes to interacting with other people and the behaviors that you should or should not settle for, right? You had to learn that. And I feel like this connection really came in to teach you exactly what it was. And Gemini, this feels like you wrapped it, like I get this vibe that you wrapped this cycle up pretty quickly. Like it may have been repetitive, but at some point, like when you put your foot down, it was what it was. And again, I feel like this person tried to come back with their promises, empty promises, right? The I'm sorry's, the woe is me, the I'm not going to do it again, I want to take this seriously. And again, you may have fell for it a couple of times, and then after a while you realize empty promises are empty promises, right? That could have been this person also, you communicating with them and them telling you lies, them not being honest with you, right? Them feeding you empty promises. Playing on the fact that you guys have this beautiful connection together and you guys have known each other for however long, for some of you, and you know, you just want things to work, or they just want things to work, and they knew where you were at, Gemini. This was a person who was very intelligent. They knew what was going on. And again, we're not blaming anybody. We're just looking at the energies, and that's kind of how it played out. But you needed it to play out that way, Gemini, because this, again, it came to teach you what not to settle for, right? Like, who needs to settle for this energy? Like, it's fun when you're the person that they're attracted to and they're flirting and dating with, hooking up with, right? But when it gets to that third party interference, that temptation coming through there, that's not the energies that we're really looking to embody if we want a serious connection or, like, you know, realistic commitment. And I feel like this person, again, I do sense that there were times that they really did mean what they say, Gemini, when they wanted to commit. Like, in that moment, they did mean it. It's when they got comfortable that things kind of took a turn for a different direction. So we're going to pull now some last energies for you, Gemini. And we're going to see what you need to hear, what needs to be heard, what needs to be said or honored by you. And this is just for you, not for you and your person. This is just what Spirit wants you to know, what they want you to understand. So let's see, for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. What does Gemini need to hear, Spirit? What needs to be heard? What needs to be said? What needs to be honored? You guys, bear with me as I shuffle these cards because they are shaped like hearts and it is not the easiest thing to, you know. All right, we got the first one out. I'll take that one too. And we'll take one more, please. Oh my goodness. One more, please, for Gemini. Whoa. One more for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. What needs to be heard? What needs to be said? What needs to be honored? My God. I'll take that one, Gemini. Whatever this is. Okay. We're going to flip them and read them. But let's read the overall energies first. All right, you guys already know. I got to fix these cards. They're not perfect, but we're going to leave them because we got to go. Okay. Overall, we have trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So, Gemini, I feel like you have to accept the situation for what it is, or this is what had to happen in the past, right? You had to really accept the situation for what it was, accept this person for who they were showing you, and realize like this was really the truth of what you needed to do, because you then began to see what was being presented to you instead of what was being told to you, right? Because actions tend to speak louder than words. And so I feel like this person, like you had to get over the illusion that they tried to create for you, right? You had to accept the situation for what it truly was, and then you were able to transform. You were able to kind of transcend this connection, transcend this energy. So the first card that came out is soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. A lot of people have been getting this card, Gemini. So I feel like you do have some type of new love coming in for you now that you have gone through whatever situations. Now this could be with this person for a small select group of you, but I feel like for most of you that's watching, tuning in, this is somebody completely different, completely new energy, completely different situation. You just kind of have to deal with the residual energy of this, get that closure, heal yourself, right? Because we had here as the overall energy with the butterfly, it says healing the inner child and growth. So I feel like for you, Gemini, there is a little bit of inner child work, a little bit of shadow work that has to be done, right? If you're not familiar with what that means, basically it's about going within, seeing whatever pain you're still carrying with you from old situations. It doesn't have to be about romance. It could be about family, friends, work relationships, right? But whatever painful situations you're still carrying with you right now, you need to look at those and you need to start working with yourself to start releasing that energy, because it's not serving you. And if you really want the soulmate to manifest, first of all, you have to believe, but also you have to become that person that is ready, right? Like this situation didn't come into your life so you could carry the pain with you and never have good situations, good romantic situations come afterwards. It came to teach you what you're worth so you could release the pain, retain the lessons about your worth, about what you deserve, right? All of those good things, and carry those things into the next phase of your life with you, right? Like you're not meant to carry the pain, you're meant to carry the lessons. Then we have sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Now, I feel like, Gemini, since I said this is not about you and your person, I do feel like this is a relationship you have with yourself. Again, more energy of the inner child, and also relationship evolving to the next phase. That gives me the vibes of your relationship with yourself is going to be evolving to the next phase, because you are now getting closer to yourself, right? You're starting to love yourself more, honor yourself more, value yourself more. So of course your relationship with yourself and that bond you have with yourself is going to deepen. It is truly sacred. And then lastly, we have twin flames. Your passion ignites. So this could have been a twin flame situation that you were in, for those of you who resonate with the energy of twin flames, right? This is just a really intense connection, which could explain this chemistry, right? That's unexplainable, where a lot of times these connections come into our lives to teach us lessons, right? Especially to teach us lessons about ourselves. And it comes to help us with a lot of self-growth and a lot of spiritual growth. And I feel like you may have encountered somebody who was your twin flame, or not. Take it as it resonates, right? Maybe it just was a really intense connection, regardless of what this person, you know, what their role was for you. But I do feel like that explains a lot of why the cycle kept happening, because with twin flames, a lot of times they live in loops, they live in cycles until they can figure out the lesson. And then once they figure out the lesson, the drama, the pain, all of the toxicity, it dissipates. Sometimes they, you know, they reconnect later in life, or they stay together and things go smoothly. But a lot of times they separate, they go their separate ways, because it wasn't meant to be a connection that lasts forever. It's just meant to be something that lasts for now, to teach you about what you need to know for yourself, carry those lessons with you, and bada bing, bada boom, it's a done deal. So Gemini, I'm going to leave this right here. I feel like this was a really good reading. If this resonated for you, comment below how you felt about this. You guys already know the vibes. So until the next video, you guys, I love you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, share this with a friend, tell another Gemini to tell another Gemini, right? And we're going to leave this at that. Until the next video, you guys, I love you. And that is it.